Batting third, playing third base, number 20, Brendan Vasquez. Batting fourth and doing double duty as your pitcher and
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another beautiful night here at the reservation. This is Curtis Carpenter with my colleague Stephen Bird. Say hello, Birdie. This is your cue.
Peter Holden.
Good evening, folks.
We're here for a great night of baseball. We have the Vero Beach Fighting Indians facing off against the St. Lucie West Centennial Eagles. Right now we're going through player introductions. That's what you're hearing through the background over my voice. And in just a moment, we're going to be pausing for the national anthem, and we're going to get underway.
And batting ninth, playing left field, number 5, David Shanupa. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, so welcome to another beautiful night of baseball here at the reservation. We have the Vero Beach Fighting Indians facing off against the Centennial Eagles, and we're going to get underway here pretty soon. Looks like the players are doing a little inside baseball games there. Birdie, explain that for the audience.
All right, it started in the big leagues or college a few years ago. After the national anthem, teams like to stay at the line.
Pitching this evening for the Vero
I'm not
Beach
sure why
Fighting
you want to
Indians.
stay. You got to outlast them basically, and
Hunter.
umpires don't tend to like it the last 2 years. Been yelled at quite a few times, but hey, if you're gonna win it, do it. You can better win it, right?
Yeah, that's right. The Dodgers did that a couple of years ago. I believe it was against the Cubs, and Scott Van Slyke, who I don't even know if he's still with the team,
He's with the Marlins.
He's with the Marlins now. Yeah, he was on the line. He stood there for a few minutes after the national anthem, and I can't remember who it was for the Cubs, or maybe it was the Cardinals. I can't even remember who it was, but it was pretty comical. Now that tradition's kind of folded down to the high school, college, all those levels. But we're gonna send the view down to our umpire view, which is what you're gonna see for most of the night. You're taking a look here at Hunter Cooley pitching. He pitched on Saturday against St. Thomas Aquinas. Didn't have a great night, but he's having a really good season. Birdie, what else you got about Cooley?
Well, he's definitely going to be to get that ERA back down. Had a really low ERA, and one bad outing can really hurt you. But, he's a gamer. This is a big district game. I expect to see a different Hunter Cooley than we saw Saturday.
Yeah, in Cooley's first 2 starts, he threw 10 innings and gave up no earned runs over those 2 starts. And in his last 2, he's thrown 9 innings and given up 9 runs. So let's see if we can get the first half of the season Cooley back and not the last half of the season Cooley.
Talking to the coaches, it was just kind of a fluke. It just happened.
Well, St. Thomas Aquinas, really good ball team, and
short ballpark as well.
Short ballpark. I mean, Cooley did hit a home run in that game, so net earned runs are a little bit lower.
But we got Centennial tonight. They come in 2-8, won a couple games lately, and lost a couple close games. So they're playing a lot better as of late.
So this is going to bring up Gabby Grulon, the shortstop for the Eagles. And again, you're going to hear a lot of chatter here. These two teams really like to battle. They're both in the same class and in the same division. There's a foul ball away for strike 1. But not that these two teams don't like each other, but it's a really good rivalry here.
And I will point out that Vero Beach has won 9 in a row. The last time they've lost a game to Centennial was February 28th of 2014. So I like that streak to continue tonight.
Might be a little extra motivation there for the Eagles as Grulon looks at strike 2. It's 1-2 on Grulon.
Right.
Strike 3 there.
And last year, Vero actually played them 3 times because they met. You always play your district twice in the regular season, and then if you happen to meet in the district playoffs, which they did in the first round last year, Vero won 4-1, and then the first meeting, and then 3-0, 3-0 in the next 2.
Second batter for the Eagles is another great baseball name. You run into these all the time. This is Lenny de Los Angeles.
Ooh, is he a Dodger fan?
Well, he is now. Lenny de Los Angeles Dodgers grounds the ball up the middle. Play by Nick Dean. Gets him by at least a step. And that's going to be 2 down. Quick start here for Cooley.
Yeah, that's the Cooley that we like to see. This time last Saturday, he already gave up probably a run or 2, but you know, 2 batters, 2 outs.
That's right. So that's going to bring up the second baseman, Sammy Massini, wearing number 9 this evening. Tall, lanky kid, huh?
Yeah, nice bod.
Swings and misses there at strike 1.
Where's he playing tonight?
He's the second baseman.
Okay, I was going to guess middle infielder.
Yeah, you guessed right, Birdie.
I guess
Quick,
after
0-2.
you told me that too. So.
Yeah, I did. Maybe it was subliminally sent to your mind after I said it the first time. But it's all right. Cooley's got an 0-2 count on Massini here. Swings and hits it to the right side.
Oh, that's fair.
Looks like it hits the chalk. We're going to try and get him at second. It's a great, throws in time. It's just not online, as they say. And Massini comes in with a double with 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
That's one of those balls. If you put the ball in his guy's hand, he can't do that. He cannot throw the ball that close to the line, that close to Peter Holden's range at first, and perfect spot. Just nothing defensively you could do about that. Jurgen did a great job of getting to the ball and trying to throw him out at second. Strong throw, just a little off target.
Not quite a Texas leaguer, but he sure hit it where they weren't. Ball 1 there to your DH, Abraham Alcalia. I hope that's how you say his name. If his folks are watching at home, I apologize if I butchered that.
I think you did great.
Good. Foul ball to the right side, and that's going to be out of play. We got a 1-1 count. Sorry that your picture-in-picture just went out. We have a camera down there that we've been tinkering around with over the last few games, trying to give you a live scoreboard look. And for some reason, camera's done. So you get an extremely expanded wide view of the right side of the infield as Alcalia looks at ball 2. And anyway, I hope you still like that view. We'll leave it at that.
Or change the channel.
Well, it's the internet. Yeah, there's no channels.
It's a YouTube channel.
It is a YouTube channel, it's true. Don't change the channel. Stay here. Ground ball to Nick Dean. Backhands it. He has no throw at first. Massini rounds third, but nobody's there. He retreats back, and we've got runners on the corners.
Once again, that ball was softly hit. Just a rollover ground ball. Left side of the infield. Just what can you do? Nick Dean, I think, did the right job of not throwing it. Draw a pump fake, see if you can get the guy turned, but, you know, Vasquez was going so hard to his left, he couldn't get back in time.
So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Austin Brenlinger. And we've got runners on the corners in the top of the first. We've got 2 outs. Swinging a foul ball back behind the catcher.
And, you know, just as quickly as we say, he got 2 quick outs and 2 soft hit balls, and we got runners in the corners. So, wouldn't be surprised if they put a runner in motion. Maybe not this pitch, but if you get 2 strikes, you definitely want to try to do something. Draw that run in somehow, some way.
You guys that turn this up from 6 to 3, this up a little bit.
The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Brings the count to 0-2 on Brenlinger. Cooley's got a chance to get out of this jam here. That boy, he was cruising on the first 2 batters. Pop, pop, pop. You know.
It was. Still wasn't bad to the other guys.
Yeah.
Just right spots.
Oh, swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to do it for the Eagles in the top of the first. Got 2 hits, no runs, and 2 left on.
It's a big strikeout right there. Yeah, buckled down right there.
Big timeout. Big timeout. So if you guys have watched this before, we don't have commercial breaks, so you get to listen to us chatter on through the inning.
Well, earlier I said that Vera's won 9 straight. But if you go back to 2013 and 2 years before that, Centennial was actually a district champion those years. There was a 3-team district with Treasure Coast, Centennial, and Vero. So, I mean, if you're going to win it 3 years in a row, you might as well win it with 3 teams in it, and that's what they did. They weren't always regular season champ, but they pulled it out in the district tournament for 3 straight years, which is tough to do.
So for the Eagles, you're going to take a look at Matt Gershovich, who's pitching here. Lefty with a... kind of brings his arm back really long there before he releases. But we're going to kind of scout his delivery here for you. He hides the ball pretty well, I think, behind him. But, boy, that arm is reaching out almost to the flagpole.
I believe that's called flailing a little bit. But
yeah, a little bit.
It looks like it hurts me.
Yeah.
I'm just watching that.
That's right.
But
you got to
it's
do
effective looking, that's for sure.
Got to do some gymnastics there. He throws pretty hard. He's locating pretty well. Looks like on his warm-up pitches. So we'll see if the Indians can do anything with him. But it's a lefty versus lefty matchup here.
We got a stopwatch tonight, so we're going to try to get the catcher's pop time down to second. If you're not familiar with the pop time, that is when the ball hits the catcher's glove, makes a pop sound, and then the second baseman or whoever's covering second catches the ball.
So pop to pop.
Pop to pop, correct.
So what's a really good pop time in high school, Bertie?
High school 2-2.
2-2?
The big league's got to be 2 or under. So let's see what we got. Looks like this ball might be coming down right here. You got your stopwatches at home? Get them ready.
That's right. Here we go.
So 2-6 right there.
Jordan Rowe with a 2-6 pop time.
But looked like it hit the grass. You take that and it gets to there in the air. It's a little bit quicker,
maybe
maybe
2.5.
2.4, 2.5, somewhere around that range. We'll try to get nails next inning.
That's right. That's right. For those of you that didn't listen last night, Gage Brackett, we gave him a new nickname because until last night he had caught every pitch of every inning of every Vero Beach High School baseball game this season. And then we give him the nickname Nails and they pull him. So anyway, Nails Brackett, he'll be batting a little bit later. But this is Nick Dean. He's a shortstop this evening. He was a little busy in the field on the top of the first, but he takes ball 1 for the first pitch of the bottom of the first. That's ball 2.
Well, he tried to come inside right there. Not a bad pitch. Just catcher didn't catch the ball. He catches that ball and might be strike 1.
So TC Palm, the Press Journal, a local paper, and the organization of other newspapers locally, all finally posted some stats. And if you followed VBHS baseball on Twitter, you will have seen them. But Nick Dean is near the top in offensive batting average, which is pretty good.
He is, and he was up there last year too. And there's a reason he's going to Louisville.
Dean's got a 3-1 count here with no outs in the bottom of the first inning. Well, they're going to give him a free pass to first. And leadoff batter for the Indians is on.
I like that start.
Now batting
Not
for
gonna lie.
number 24, David Lucci. Number 23, David Lucci.
So this is going to bring up David Lucci. Pitched last night for a couple of innings. Looked really good. Had 6 strikeouts in 2 innings. Can't do much better than that, right?
Well, he had a walk and a hit batter in there.
Yeah, he
Take
got a
those
little
2 out.
Got a little jittery there in the first inning, I think. But Lucci's also having a pretty good season at the plate. He had a home run on Saturday as a fly ball to the right side. First baseman's back there. It's in foul territory. Oh, he can't get it. I think the ball actually hit the second baseman. But somehow, I don't know if it was miscommunication or misfielding, but that ball drops. And that's going to be 0-1 to Lucci. But yeah, Lucci hit a home run on Saturday against St. Thomas Aquinas, his second of the season.
He did. And,
He also hit one here earlier in the year.
From what I heard, it was a line drive, just a missile right out left center.
Pickoff move over to Dean, or over to try to get Dean. He's there easily.
We're with the lefty on the mound, like we talked about last night. We got a little bit of extended lead, a little bit bigger lead than normal, but first move back.
Lucci looks at a strike, and the count's 1-1. So yeah, explain that a little bit better, Birdie. So with a righty, you take an initial lead and then a secondary lead, and then but with a lefty, because he can throw to first on first move, you get that extended lead as your primary lead.
And then work back. And
looks like he's going. Ball's in the dirt. That 2-6 pop time didn't bode well.
No, I'm sure the coaches were down there and got that time and didn't super like that, the throw. Feel like they could run on it a little bit, and they call Lucci out.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but
Now batting for
that was strike 2.
Brendan Vasquez.
Strike 3.
I guess that was strike 3. I might have had the wrong count there. I apologize to the folks at home.
Forgot the foul ball, I believe.
Yeah, I must have. Either way, this brings up Brendan Vasquez now with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Nick Dean is on second base in a scoreless ball game. Ball in the dirt for ball 1. Looks like the sun's beginning to set, so your view at home might be a little dark. That'll be adjusted here between innings. Ooh, nice breaking pitch in there for strike 1.
Gotta, if he could throw that for a strike and make it move a little bit, be a tough night for the Indians. That's not an easy pitch for any high schooler to hit.
That was a very nice looking pitch. That was almost a quick pitch there. He was set for literally about a 1/10 of a second.
All you gotta do is stop.
Vasquez fouls it off to the left side. That brings the count to 1-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Nick Dean's on second in a scoreless ball game.
If this pitcher was watching the game last night, he might know that Sean out there is gonna call balk if you don't stop.
Yeah, he's a ball caller for sure.
Yeah,
and he's loud about it.
Hey, you're supposed to be loud about it. Want the whole ballpark to know.
Vasquez steps out to take another practice swing. Digs back in. About to look at the 1-2 pitch coming up. It's the ball up the middle. Shortstop fields it, throws it over to first. Oh, the ball gets lost in the sun. Ball gets by the first baseman. Nick Dean comes around to score. Brendan Vasquez is standing on second. And I think that first baseman is trying to figure out what happened.
Let's go in that sun view. Oh my gosh, folks.
That is a tough angle, ladies and gentlemen.
That is what he's looking into right there. So, you can call it unfair all you want, but that's both first basemen got to catch a ball like that. That's
I'm not the official scorer here, but he's getting a single with a 1 base error.
Yeah,
That's going to bring the score to 1-0 Fighting Indians in the bottom of the first inning. We have 1 out, and Hunter Cooley's coming to bat. He's your pitcher this evening. Catcher's fixing some equipment there before we get started. So after a walk to Dean and a strikeout by Lucci, Vasquez gets lucky. He hits a Sunday roller over there to the shortstop. He throws it over to first, and the sun got in the first baseman's eyes, and he bailed.
Don't blame him. Can't see a ball's coming to you on a line.
Yeah, so that gets Vasquez over to second. Nick Dean scored. Now the score is 1-0.
I believe
that breaking ball comes in again for a beaut.
The official scores went with the error on that. That's if I'm the shortstop. I mean, you can call an error on. That means first baseman.
E3, maybe. Get some shades.
Yeah, you should have noticed that during
while he was warming up. Yeah. Ball away. Bringing the count to 1-1.
If I'm P here, I'm not ashamed. I play first base. I might do the same thing.
Yeah.
Try to hit right where Vasquez did it. If I get 2 strikes. Now, early in the count, I'm looking to drive something.
But yeah, any throw from the left side of the infield to the first baseman right now is just torture.
There we go.
Hits to the left side. Third baseman fields it, throws it over the first baseman, and they Hit the ball that time. I guess that wasn't in the in line of the sun.
Maybe Coach Zeminski yelled at him a little bit and tried to.
So that's the second out at the bottom of the first inning. The Indians are leading the Centennial Eagles 1-0.
Peter Holden.
It's going to bring your first baseman, Peter Holden, up to bat. Got 2 outs at the bottom of the first. And Brendan Vasquez is standing over at third. And fastball on the inside of the plate there for ball 1. Gershkovich has to be frustrated there.
Yeah, I mean, run shouldn't have happened technically, right? No, that's an error, yeah.
Well, yeah, the error, he would have still been on base.
And that would have been the third out right there.
That's right.
So that goes down as an unearned run.
Good for the pitcher, bad for the team. Oh, and the ball's in the dirt. It gets away. Vasquez is barreling home. He slides head first, and he's safe.
Don't do that. Did you just not see the ball get away?
I don't know. He was late getting off the base. I don't know if he was waiting for a call from Brian Rahal over there, but
it's a great effort by the catcher to make it a close play, but he must have went back. And it is a tough angle. It's kind of like a shot because the catcher's body's in the way of where the ball disappeared to, but it looked like Peter was telling him, come on, come on, come on.
Well, nevertheless, that brings the score to 2-0 Indians in the bottom of the first inning. We have a 2-1 count on Peter Holden with 2 outs. And that pitcher's just got to be very frustrated right now. 2 runs that probably shouldn't have scored, and the Indians jump out to a quick lead. So the 2-1 pitch from Gershkovich comes in. Looks like it's fouled off to the left side, but he crushed that. I don't think that ball's landed yet, but it's got past the foul pole. So
hit 20th?
I don't know. That was a laser beam out there to the left side. Might have poked a hole in that sun that gave the first baseman some problems. 2-2 pitches on its way. He doesn't let that one hang around too long. Holden takes a big round around first. He's going to retreat back.
Sorry for the bad camera, guys.
Birdie's got problems with the zoom there, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Holden standing on first with 2 outs at the bottom of the first.
Ben Jurgen.
So that's going to bring up Ben Jurgen.
Got a nice extended lead over there. Shows bunt.
Jurgen shows bunt there and pulls it back. It's called a strike. And they're a little worried about Holden over there, it looks like.
Can we get that the view?
Sure.
We talk about a little bit more about that extended lead.
So what you're looking at here is our view from the press box. We apologize for the fence and the post.
So yeah, made the pitcher step off right there. So extended lead, you're just a step or two a little bit further than normal, trying to draw the attention off of the hitter onto the runner. Stepped off again.
There you go. So now you're getting in the pitcher's head, and that's kind of what you want if you're the batter. It's an 0-1 count. You wouldn't mind him getting...
Leave a ball up,
Yeah.
make a mistake to you.
That's right.
It's ideally what we want.
Foul ball off to the right side. Looks like that's going to be out of play. Now the count's 0-2.
And,
So you
even if he does a snap throw, you could still safely get back because you can't put a whole lot on a snap throw.
Well, it's 0-2 with 2 outs. Holden has a massive lead over there. It's not a fastball count. Is he going? And he's not. And he looks at strike 3. Doesn't have to go.
Right.
I'm going to run down and try and get you guys a little brighter view while you guys listen to some music here from the PA.
Starting off the inning is number 31, Alejandro Gomez.
And we're back, and we have our special guest tonight. And it's a teacher appreciation night, so what do we go with, Curtis?
We got a teacher.
That's smart move, smart move. Not only do we have a teacher, we have a former Teacher of the Year award winner. What year was that?
2015?
2015.
Birdie's really good at this. He talks about the person before he introduces the person.
That's right.
So we should probably say who we have here, Birdie.
Well,
We know, but they don't know.
Our fans are guessing. 2015 Vera
Is that
Beach
our
High
trivia?
School.
Is that our trivia
Not,
question tonight?
Not, but we have Christy Odom up here. Say hi.
Hello.
And what do you do at Vera Beach High School?
I teach PE at the main campus. Hope, fitness, and
Number
volleyball.
32,
All right.
Jordan Rowe.
So we had Mickey Grudy up here last night, and he has a lot of jobs there as well. So it seems like all you guys kind of multitask, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All about the kids.
That's right.
Right.
Life of a teacher.
And you are a Vera Beach High School alum, I believe.
I am. Class of 01.
Class of 01. Nice, nice. I'm sure there's some 01 listeners out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 14 viewers. So
Oh,
sure. Ball is crushed to left. Gets to the fence. It's Jordan Rowe that strolls in there for a double. And as Tom Harmony likes to remind me, that was a laser beam.
That was a
Next,
ball.
number
Cooley
3,
just left up and got hit
Jacob
hard a
Kimberly.
little bit. But so you also do Chiefs program at high school. Tell us a little bit about Chiefs, because I'm
Number 11,
sure the community
Aaron
doesn't really
Diaz
know much
is
about it.
running.
Well, Chiefs is a group of teachers and staff that are in charge of social events and trying to keep morale high at our school. And we put on tailgates and
That would help morale for us. It's tailgate.
yes,
Yeah.
back to school events, holiday events, different things for conference nights. Just trying to keep enthusiasm up because there could be some long days with teaching, and
Can
but
be.
we try to keep spirits up. So we've been
Yes.
around for about 4 years now.
You do a great
Great
job.
idea.
Thank you.
Did you start that program? Or?
I did.
Oh.
I
I believe
did.
that's why you won Teacher of the Year.
I,
Sole reason,
you
probably.
know, maybe, maybe, but no. We started it 4 years ago, and there's about 25 teachers and staff who are also on it.
Mickey
couldn't
Gritty
do-
didn't mention that last night.
No,
but
he
he's
sure
correct.
didn't.
He's on it.
He is. Yes, he is actually our party liaison.
Yes, he sets up the end of the year stuff.
Yes.
So what are you going to do without him?
Yeah, it's a big void. It's a big void. We're taking applications. If you know anyone, or,
I don't.
or if you'd like to apply.
I know a guy that's 2 seats down from me that loves to volunteer for stuff.
Oh, wow. Bad base
Oh,
run.
horrible base running there. Never run from second to third when the ball's in
Curtis,
front
you
of him.
could be the new party liaison.
I'm not an employee of Ruby High School, and I don't think I could do it.
Next for the Eagles,
But you're an
number
alumni,
1,
aren't you?
Owen Lindsay.
It's true.
What's the right answer? What do I say here, Birdie, if I don't want the job?
Let's talk about that bad base run.
Yeah, so that ball was hit in front of the runner at second,
run right
and
there.
you really shouldn't run to third like that. That's going to give us 2 outs now in the top of the second inning with the Vero Beach Fighting Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 2-0, and we're going to completely drop the idea of party liaison. So what's next? What else do you do at Vero Beach High School?
Let's see. What else? What else do I do?
You do a lot. I know
I do a lot.
Chiefs takes a lot of time. How many
Chiefs.
teachers are at Vero Beach High School?
There are, well, between teachers and staff, there's 253.
Oh, wow. And-
People.
And then Chiefs includes everybody, not just teachers.
Yes.
Administration, custodians,
So what Mr.
Maintenance
O'Keefe
workers.
has termed it staffulty.
staff.
Staffel.
That's where that word
Yeah,
came from.
I like
yeah.
And it is nice because this conference nights, we're there till 8 o'clock. You guys will feed us at 5, and then on the days that we go till 6:30, you guys have a little snack and
Caffeine and treats.
caffeine and treats.
We know what our teachers and staff need.
I have to imagine that you guys pretty much live off of caffeine and treats as the ball's hit to David Lucci out in center field. He's got it to close out the top half of the second inning.
Nice.
We don't take commercial breaks, so you got to stay and chat with us.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's
Deal.
All right.
That's what we did to Jason Worth, and he stayed for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, he never left.
Yeah,
We-
it was
we,
awesome.
we had to kick him out, actually.
He was mad the game ended.
He was.
I was hoping. I was hoping I'd get the invite.
There you go. Well, you got it.
Yep.
Got it. So who was your player that chose you tonight?
Oh, my buddy Anthony. I have him for
Anthony
volleyball 5th and 7th.
Nice. He likes.
Wait a minute, 2 volleyball
Yeah.
periods?
Senior.
Senior.
So, explain this to me. There's volleyball like A and B? What is this?
It's volleyball 1, 2, and
What?
3.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow, all right. All right.
And yeah.
So 5th and
What-
7th period.
Yes. Yeah, 5th and 7th. So he's like, I guess.
Does he stay dressed in his gym clothes for 6th period? I would.
It's a great idea.
What does he have for 6th period?
I don't know. We'll have to look that
Mr.
up.
Lutman.
Oh.
What class is that?
Math.
I'm unfamiliar.
Math.
Okay, math. All right,
not
so
fun.
he gets out all his energy. He goes and he sits
Yeah.
for math class, and he goes back out.
Yeah.
And does it again.
Then he comes to practice half an hour after that.
Yes. Real go-getter. Yep.
So Anthony's a good kid. He's going to college next year.
Nice young man.
If you're hungry,
Pitched last night. Were you here?
No, I was not.
Were you watching the game live on YouTube?
I was.
Yeah, see?
You were,
I
sure.
was. I was.
Right answer.
Uh-huh. You betcha.
What did you need? A live zone again? What? I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Costa's going to.
starting
Pyramid?
off for the
No,
Division
I forget
2.
how you say the. Oh, it's Texas of the Permian Basin. It's a big school out in
Division
Texas.
2 in Texas.
Nice.
Yeah. They
Very
actually
nice.
saw him in the preseason Mustang Classic up in Merritt Island and gave him an offer the next day. I guess he signed on the
Wow.
line.
He
Yeah.
He didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well,
He's a very modest guy.
yeah, he's a quiet kid.
So I have another question for you, Miss Odom.
Okay.
Tell us a little about your husband. He played here. Gotta give a shout out to Jared.
That's right.
Is he here or is he working?
He is on shift tonight.
Oh, so he must be
Fire
watching the
department.
game live. On
I'm
YouTube.
sure he's
Oh,
watching it live on YouTube right
Oh, yes.
He's one of our 11 we got going.
Loyal.
12.
Very
now.
loyal.
13th.
Follower. Yes.
Ground ball to the shortstop there
Probably.
by
Yeah.
Dean, and he bobbles it, and Dean's going to be on first base, safe and sound.
He knows about this the reservation pretty well.
Played here 4 years. Graduated 02.
O2.
Go 2.
And then well, he was drafted by the Blue Jays. I
Yes.
believe.
23rd.
9th, 3rd.
Sure, 23rd round is a lot
23rd
better
round.
than
Got
29th.
drafted in the 20th something round to
Yep.
the Blue Jays.
Yep.
But then chose to go to Polk Community College.
Yep.
And then where'd he go after those 2 years?
Then he went to Gardner Webb,
Okay, up in Tennessee.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That was close, Birdie.
They border.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys-
One little point.
Same,
Seen
same
Rock City.
country. Same country.
We're all Americans. We established that last night.
Except for when we played with the Canadian
Yeah.
team.
We don't like those guys. We don't talk about
We
them.
beat them, eh?
Hey. Yep.
Oh!
So Jared was a phenom star pitcher out here and a hitter. He played
That's
first
what
base as well.
That's what I
Did you
hear.
come to any of the games when he was playing?
I did.
You did. You watched it
did.
live on YouTube when you weren't here, too, huh?
I did. They had some good teams back in the day.
They did.
And the tradition continues,
Sure.
obviously. But
Tradition never stops.
right, right. Never ends.
No.
Yep.
So, you know,
He,
he was a stud. I was on that team with him. Had a 5th round pick with Neil Wilson and
Yeah.
Jared.
oh yes.
We were a solid team.
Actually, Neil, Birdie, and I played on the same Little League team together.
We did.
That's cute.
That is cute.
Some other names. Was
Like
there
Derek
Ross
Rogers.
Ross
Oh,
Partee?
Ross Partee was on that team. We had Vitalico.
Matthew Kistner.
Kistner was on
Can't forget
that.
about him.
Yeah.
Brian Jones.
Brian Jones.
Chris
yeah.
Torres.
Yeah, that would have been the 2000, 2001, right? Yeah.
Tommy Giles back
Yeah.
in the day.
Will Bryant.
Giles was 02 or 03, right?
Chris Wellmaker.
Man.
A lot of great ball
A lot of
players.
guys
Oh,
playing
and
Cubs. That's
try
the
to pick Dean off, and they get him. Oh boy,
Coach Rahal's not gonna be happy on this one.
it's gonna be the first out of the bottom of the second inning. The Fighting Indians are leading the Centennial Eagles 2-0, and we have Gage Brackett up. I'm sorry, Nails Brackett. We gave him a new nickname, by the way. Nails Brackett is up. He's got a 2-1 count with 1 out. The bottom half of the second inning. Do you like that?
I mean,
You like
if,
the Nails?
if you've got a nickname,
Well, we
you're
just gave
doing
it to him
something right.
last night. He doesn't even know he has it yet, unless he watched it live on YouTube
I'm
or
sure he-
replayed on YouTube last night.
I'm
He could
sure
have
he
watched it
did.
live. So here's the story: he had caught every pitch of every inning of every game for the Indians this season. We give him the nickname Nails. Guess what happens?
No.
They pulled him.
No.
They pulled him.
Give him some rest. You need to give the guy some rest once in a
Yep.
while.
It wasn't because he was doing bad. It was to get him a little rest.
Everyone needs rest.
But the nickname remains, and
Always.
Nails has got a full count right now with 1 out in the bottom of the second.
So how are the twins doing? You want to talk about your twins? You want to give them a shout out?
They're watching
You know
at
that-
home,
oh.
live on YouTube.
I think they're going.
They're
Yes,
with Grandma?
they're going to bed, listening, watching. Yes.
That's how I used to go to bed, listening to Vince Scully. That's
right.
Yes.
Dylan and Allie.
Dylan and Allie. Yep.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the whole scene. I guess he knew that.
Another volleyballer out there, Alan.
Alan, great.
Alan.
Oh, yeah.
We came back to the gym one day from a field trip. Alan was going. He was just spiking the ball on these kids. And what period do you have him?
7.
7. Okay, yeah. Remember, 6 or 7.
Yep.
Great athlete. Great
He
athlete.
can jump very high.
And he can run, too.
He runs
He's
through
this-
stop signs as well.
Yes.
pretty much the designated speed-up runner for the Indians this season, and
Does it well.
yeah, he's quick. David Chinook is up to bat here with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning, with the Indians leading 2-0 over the Centennial Eagles. Alan Glanville's on first, speeding up Gage Brackett.
Nails.
Sorry, Nails Brackett. See, you need to be up here more often, I think. Oh, they're trying to pick Glanville off. He's safe by a mile.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to? That might be listening.
Everybody's listening.
Everybody.
There's all 15 of them. They're all
Let's
watching and listening.
all the teachers out there. We made it. Spring break.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Whoop it up.
I have to imagine that this was planned, this teacher appreciation night on the night of
It was.
the spring break started, right?
Very strategic thinking on the
Smart.
Ray Hall's part for sure.
Yeah, a little going away thing. I
Very
like it.
smart.
I like it.
No, let's just talk about this appreciation night.
Yeah, we didn't really mention that.
No, we didn't talk about it at all. Bertie left me solo up here in the booth, and I said, I'm not going on until he gets back. But, yeah, brag about yourself a little bit there, Bertie.
All right, I'm not going to brag about myself. I'll brag about the other 45 amazing teachers out there.
Wow.
And so we have 3 programs here at Vero, and every single kid in the program had to pick a teacher. Could be a current one, a former one, that they appreciate, and bring them out in the field before the game and have their name called, and they walk out in the field, and the girls got a nice rose.
Chanupa grounds into a double play there.
And then
5-4-3.
the males got a nice baseball, and it says, let me see what it says. We love our teachers.
That is so cute. I didn't see the baseball.
There you go.
Thank you.
We appreciate our
Parting gift.
teachers.
Parting
Yeah,
gift.
we
right.
do.
Thanks.
We give all of our guests a gift. I signed a baseball for Jason Worth. I told him to take it with him. He'd never been on a broadcast before. No, I didn't really do that.
You should have.
I should have. Yeah.
You signed?
You should have Bertie do it. I've never signed a baseball, I don't think.
We need it.
Yeah.
I've signed about dozens.
Wow.
It's not a whole lot, but they're probably worth less than the actual baseball itself now.
Yeah, but think about it like this as far as a value-wise, as a supply and demand goes. You know, there's only 12 of those baseballs out there that say Stephen Bird on them. I mean, there's probably
I think-
10,000 Bryce Harper balls.
I think I got about 4 in my house, and my dad's probably got the other 8.
you guys are cornering the market. You're like Fort Knox with gold, or
I'll
like
put it on eBay tomorrow.
the diamond guys. You know, there's all these diamonds out there, but you gotta hoard them. You gotta create the
There's Anthony right there. Look at that hustle.
limited supply.
Yeah. There.
In between
And he
innings,
picked me.
they ride down and warm up.
That's good.
It's good. That's very good.
He's a very passionate volleyball player, so I'm sure he brings that same intensity to the field.
I'm gonna have to swing in there after spring break. Challenge him. I want him and Alan 2-on-2. I gotta find somebody. You looking for a partner?
Always looking for a partner.
Maybe we can get that YouTube live.
There you go.
That
We're
bonus
transitioning from YouTube Live baseball to YouTube Live
volleyball class.
Yeah.
It is quite entertaining, really.
It is.
Probably could have. If you're looking to broadcast something else, it might be worth your time.
Maybe we'll have to think.
We don't have anything else going, Bird.
Set a period. I gotta be there anyways.
There we go.
Get you a
Yeah, I can leave the
visitor
office.
pass, and you're good.
Talk to my boss.
You are your boss.
There we go.
There. Wow.
Well, you're welcome to stay. I know you got to go see your children. thank
Grandma
you
and
for
Grandpa,
coming.
gotta relieve them. Well, it was my pleasure. This was fun.
Nice. I mean,
Glad
we
you
like
could
to
come
keep
up.
it themed, and you're a teacher. Not only are you a great teacher, but you have a great husband who was a former fighting Indian. So we had to tie it in somehow.
You-
You were our first choice.
Maybe Jared needs to be a guest.
You can make.
We should
that
have had him
happen.
on law enforcement appreciation night if we had,
Oh.
planned that out a little bit better.
Oh,
As your leadoff batter, Gabby Goulon flies out to the right fielder.
something to think about next year.
Yeah, there we
Our-
go. Pair it up.
A couple weeks. We'll figure out. We'll theme it somehow.
Don't they do an alumni night or an alumni game?
They didn't do one this year. We haven't had a great response in that, and I was usually put in charge, and I would call 200 people, do 150 Facebook message, and I'd have to get people that didn't even go here to fill a team, just so we could play the JV.
We're gonna bring that back.
There you go.
I'm gonna help.
You need a party live zone to do
You
that.
help
Yeah.
that, maybe I can get someone on Chiefs.
I know an alumni. He knows
Okay.
some alumni. We're gonna bring that back.
I like it. I like it.
Little
And then
alumni
they
game.
play these guys, right? Is that how?
Ideally, you like to have enough where you can play each other and do odds and even year graduating. But yes, we usually play the JV with a couple of varsity guys mixed in.
I played one year, and I think a kid struck me out. I was like, I'm not coming back to this. This is garbage.
And you made 17 errors in the field, probably.
Actually, you know what? I do remember I played first base, which I've never played in my life, and I picked like 2 or 3 balls, and I was so proud of myself for being able to pick those balls. I went 0 for like 37 at the plate or whatever it was, but I'm
Hey.
sure I made those runs back.
And
at
we
first.
did. We also did a home run derby before the game, and they had to put cones out about 10 feet behind the grass in the infield, and
Ground
still
ball
didn't get one.
by Lenny De Los Angeles to Nick Dean. Dean throws it over to Holden for the second out of the inning.
So I highly suggest if we do the home run derby again, we do that on a softball field,
Yeah, just right over here.
but with baseballs.
Sure.
And then maybe me and you could get one.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Can we? Is there a little league park around that we can maybe hit it?
Softball's 200.
Michael,
So
200?
Michael
Oh.
Field. Where's that?
How about if we hit it out of the infield in the softball park?
we're good
Deal?
on that. I can handle that now. I'm bad, but not that bad. Well, thank you, Chrissy, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very
Welcome.
much.
My
this was
pleasure.
great.
Thanks for having me. You guys are doing a great
And
job.
you have a wonderful spring break. Any plans before you go?
Mr. Odom and I have a little trip planned.
Nice,
Ooh.
nice.
Yes. Yep. Gonna take advantage of that spring break time.
A little R&R for a week. Yeah. Bring the kids. No.
Great. Stay
Wow.
with Grandma and Grandpa.
Holy cow.
You
Yeah.
guys have to fight over. Your parents fight over each other because
There's
both set
yeah,
of grandparents want the babies.
Oh yeah.
They're splitting the time
Wow.
evenly. Yes. But don't worry, we'll be home for Easter. Don't you worry.
We're not worried. So. You tell Jared we said hello, and I mean I'm sure he's watching, but
Right.
if he's not,
Of course he's watching.
He's
He
saying
might-
hello
he
back.
might-
but he's on
Yeah.
call. He might have to go.
Oh, he might be on a call. Right. So he might
So.
be watching it.
Right.
Got it.
When he gets back, he'll be able to watch it. If he
Rewind.
misses it and he's off shift, he can go back and watch it tomorrow.
Yes.
Because I'm sure he wants to.
Of course.
Who wouldn't want to watch the rebroadcast of this?
I know. I might watch it.
Right.
Multiple times.
Is that how we get all our views so high? Is we've got like 12
It's-
people watching it 100
We
times?
got what 25 players, 5 coaches, us 2.
2 parents per player usually. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
wow,
during
that's
during
a
the
lot of
school
numbers.
day, I put every single one of my kids in front of it on a computer.
Smart.
Just to run the
Got
views.
so many views.
And then we have a test on it.
Good.
Ground ball back to Cooley. Underhands it over to Holden, and that's going to do it for the top of the 3rd inning.
Well, we thank you very much, Christy.
Thank you. Oh, I do need to give one more shout out
One more.
to
That's
the
it,
Florida State Seminoles.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Are
you
you-
said
are
Jared
you
went to
leaving
Polk, and
now?
I was going to ask where you went.
Elite Eight.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
right.
leave now. You can leave now.
It was a great game last
Not
night.
only
Why don't you
threat-
stick around?
Not
So,
only a threatened football, now we're taking over
That's
basketball.
right. That's right. Gonzaga didn't have anything on us. When did the Gators play? They played tonight or tomorrow?
The Hurricanes.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait.
They played.
Oh.
They played once in the
Have they won?
tournament.
Have they won? They
It was
played
great.
Twice.
The Hurricanes?
Oh,
No, they played once.
Gators. Gators played twice.
Oh, the Gators
Played
played twice.
twice.
That's a shame that
Is that
you
in
couldn't
the
get 4
NIT
games.
or
No, it was in the regular tournament.
Oh, you guys made the regular
We
tournament
got
this year.
We got back
That's
to
cute.
back. Yeah,
That's cute.
Have you won a national championship?
Yeah, I mean, in football
Hey,
we've won a
football.
few.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking basketball right now.
Oh,
right?
well,
Correct?
now you want to bring up basketball?
Oh,
Okay,
now
let's
you
bring up
got
basketball.
right.
When do the Gators
Okay.
play?
What about baseball? Who's your defending national champion?
Yeah, who lost to UCF a couple of times?
We got commercial. You said we got commercial.
No commercial breaks. You're stuck. These viewers are stuck. Actually, I'm going to run down and lighten up that camera for these
All right,
guys.
why don't you both exit the building and left?
All right.
Well, thank you, Chrissy, until the end.
Back at the top of the inning, line up for the start of the inning is number 24, Nick Dean.
First pitch to Nick Dean's a little high. Welcome back.
Thanks. My Fitbit's getting a workout going up and down them stairs.
That's good, you know. How
My
many
wife will be
steps-
happy about that, but I'm exhausted.
How many steps you get in a day?
I don't know. I just got however many stairs that is, plus 50 times like 4 now. So as Birdie mentioned, Nick Dean is leading off the bottom of the third inning. The Indians have the lead 2-0 over the Centennial Eagles. Dean looks at strike one there. Brings the count to 2-1.
And I know earlier I joked about putting my kids on the computer and forcing them to watch our games, but I have 2 young boys that are brothers, and they do watch the games. So I want to give a shout out to David and Christopher Cole. Chris is a baseball fanatic, Curtis.
Really?
Loves it, man. Me and him play catch in the room. Well, I shouldn't say that live probably or out loud, but you know, we talk a lot about baseball and practice our swings and our throws.
It's a full count to Nick Dean. We have no outs in the bottom of the third inning here with the Indians leading 2-0. That's ball 4. Dean gets a second free pass of the day. He's 0 for 0 with 2 walks.
For the Indians is number 23, David Lucci.
So just give the listeners a little insight onto what you're talking about. Stephen Bird is a teacher here at Vero Beach High School. He was actually asked by relief pitcher and starting quarterback for the varsity team, Nick Celedonio, to go out with him during teacher appreciation this evening, and it was quite a sight to see. That's why we didn't start so as early as we typically do. But,
yes, and there'll be pictures on Twitter, I'm sure. I'll see if I can find one and tweet it out. Because it's nice. It's a lot of teachers out there, and it takes up pretty much the whole inside of the infield.
Yeah, there was, 45 teachers out there?
I said that earlier, but it was kind of just a guess.
Okay.
But I would roughly say around 45, 50.
Well, you had the freshmen, the JV, and the varsity teams all out there with the teacher of their selection, and it was cool. It was really neat to see.
You know, it's just nice to get asked. You know, I've never been able to be asked before, but I got asked this year. Nick is he's on my track team. I have a unified sports track team, and Nick takes part of that, along as with Ben Jurgen. So,
Bertie, give a good explanation, because I don't think I can, but give a good explanation to the type of kids that you teach and exactly what you do.
I have autistic students in my room, and you know, if you're not familiar with autism, there's a whole bunch of different levels. I think there's only 3, but there's a whole, you know, it's a variety of scale. Each kid's is completely different from the other, and they're all great kids.
Fly ball to the right fielder. Dean is halfway. He's got a retreat. The right fielder makes the catch, and that was a little wobbly out
Almost
there.
overran it, or he did overrun a little bit, and almost too far where he couldn't get back. But Unified Sports is great. It's the first year at Vero Beach High School, and we have a girls and a boys team, and what that does is promote Special Olympics, but also includes the general population to help promote inclusion. So we want, you know, everyone to feel the same. You know, everyone gets a chance to participate in every sport. So Unified Sports is great. And
Talk a little bit about that track meet you put together.
we hosted one in February. We actually had Centennial there. We had every St. Lucie County high school was there. And our boys got first in both their races, and our girls got second. It was just an awesome day, and that was the first one we've ever been involved with. And those schools have been doing it for 4 and 5 years, so it was nice to go out there and be successful. And everyone just had a great time. There's a lot of good kids out there.
So we really do appreciate our teachers here at Vero Beach High School and everywhere else in the county and the state and in the country. These teachers, they've got your kids more often than you do, really, if you think about that. By the time they get up and they get to school and they get in class, and while you're at work for 7-8 hours, they're in school with their teachers. So if you haven't shaken your teacher's hand or given your teacher a hug, they certainly deserve it. As Brennan Vasquez swings a nice breaking pitch there. Counts 1-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We've got Nick Dean on first in a 2-0 ball game with the Indians leading the Centennial Eagles.
I'm be surprised they try to move the runner here. You want to get him in scoring position for Vasquez or Cooley. I'm not saying he's going to go on this pitch, but might move him before this at bat's over.
Oh, ground ball on third baseman. They're going to try and turn 2 here. Third base to second base. A little lob over to first, and they get it. That's their second double play of the evening out of 3 innings. That's tough.
That is tough. Those are rally killers for sure. Not saying we had a big rally going, but we didn't get a chance to get one going either.
Those 2 innings were nearly identical. First batter gets on. Next guy, I guess they weren't identical. Nails grounded into a fielder's choice, and then Chanupa grounded into that double play. And then here we had Nick Dean walk, Lucci fly out to right, and then Vasquez grounded into a double play. So that's can't give away free outs, as we like to tell the kids.
Hit it hard. Vasquez hit it a little bit hard, just a little too much on top of that one.
So that's going to bring us to the top of the 4th inning, and while we don't have commercial breaks, we do have sponsors that we'd like to recognize, and this one is Carter & Associates. Carter Associates, Inc. is one of Florida's oldest and most respected consulting, engineering, and land surveying firms in the state. No other engineering and surveying firm has the advantage of over a century's worth of experience, knowledge, and solutions on the Treasure Coast. CAI's staff of civil engineers, surveyors, and mappers effectively deliver multidisciplinary services to local, state, and federal governmental agencies, as well as to the commercial and agricultural sectors and the residential community. Carter Associates, Inc. is here today, and we will be here tomorrow. CAI, the right choice for all your civil engineering and surveying and mapping needs. Please visit us at www.carterassoc.com. And Carter & Associates, do you know where they are, Bertie?
I do not.
I do. They're directly across the street from the main library. So if you have any questions, you can go down there and yell at David Lucci yourself. You don't have to get, on the phone where they can hang up on you or try and answer some online questions. Just go right down there. They're right across the street, just west of the main library. So thank you, Carter Associates, for sponsoring this inning for Vero Beach High School baseball.
Yes, thank you very much.
So in the top of the 4th inning, we're going to have Abraham Alcalia lead off, and he had a single earlier tonight. He was stranded on first after a strikeout to the next batter. Alcalia is the DH. As I just said, he's 1 for 1 tonight. The Indians take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 4th, but they're being out-hit 3-1.
They are. As we said earlier, in those first 2 hits to start off the game in the first inning were very weak hits, but let alone they were hits.
Ground ball out of play to the right side. So we've got a 0-1 count to Alcalia here, starting off the top of the 4th inning. Alcalia looks at strike 2. He doesn't look too happy about it. Cooley painting the black there. So too on Alcalia. Ball in the dirt for ball 1. Ball hit way in the air. Dylan Dean is behind it. He calls for it and catches it. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
You hear him call that from up here, and that's what, as a coach, that's what you want to hear. You want, as we talked about the umpire being loud, you want the whole ballpark to hear you call it.
You don't want to be shot on the baseball field, right, Bertie?
No, definitely not, because, Dylan's by far the least experienced one out there in that group with Lucci and Nick out there, but he took charge early, and that's what we like.
Foul ball to the right side out of play to Austin Brenlinger. Brenlinger's 0 for 1 on the evening. He struck out in the first inning to end the top of the first. Another foul ball off to the right side out of play. Counts 0-2. Cooley's in this for 48 pitches. That's not too bad to the 4th inning here.
He gets this inning a little quick. It'll be sitting maybe 55 after 4.
Woo! It's a pretty pitch there for strike 3.
4 strikeout on the night?
It's 4 strikeouts tonight for Cooley.
Hey, 1 inning. That's pretty solid.
There you go. He's also letting his fielders do some work for him. Nick Dean has been busy this evening. He had a couple of ground outs. Cooley actually put one out himself as the ball's hit to right field. Looks like Dylan Dean's calling for it again. Oh!
Oh, that is what we call priority. Heard Dylan Dean from up here again, and who do we hear?
Ben Urigan comes barreling in.
Right, and Dylan did the right thing. Get out of the way.
That's right.
Get out of the way. Outfielder coming in has that catch 100 times easier than the infielder going back.
So that's going to do it for the top of the 4th inning. Let's take a look. Centennial didn't get anything there. They fly out to second, strikeout, and fly out to right. And the Indians are going to come up in the bottom half of the 4th, and you're going to see Hunter Cooley, Peter Holden, and Ben Urigan.
So that's 50 pitches for Cooley. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take that. 4 innings, 50 pitches.
Definitely.
12 and a half an inning. We have a math teacher here, so she can check my work.
Yeah. Yep. Ready for trivia?
Let's do it.
I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to get your laptop out or whatever you're not currently watching the game on. This is a tough one. You're going to have to research this one. So, what 2013 MLB All-Star was drafted in 2003 and gave up professional baseball in 2010 to become a substitute
teacher
and a high school baseball coach?
Teacher Appreciation Night. You guys have to. You gotta see how we did that there.
We are theme people for sure. We had so this guy's an all-star in 2013, but in 2010 he quit baseball to become a substitute teacher.
So let me get this right. He gets drafted in 2003. Goes up through the ranks in the minor leagues, right?
Never makes the pros yet.
Never makes the pros. Says in 2010, I'm done. I'm not making the major leagues. I'm going back to do what I love. I'm going to go teach. He goes and teaches. And then what? Somehow he gets picked up between 2010 and 2013. Somebody picks him up, and all of a sudden he's
an all-star.
He's an all-star. So goes from the classroom to the mound, and in 3 years he's one of the best to do it.
Yeah, and
wow.
We'll talk a little bit more about him because he's got some pretty cool stuff with his name.
So to answer that trivia question, all you need to do is go onto Twitter and tweet the @ baseball VBHS. After that, just put in your answer. And
it's posted.
It's posted, or you can quote tweet if you guys are hip to the game. All the kids out there, I'm sure, know how to do that. You can just quote tweet that tweet that Birdie just sent out on the @baseball VBHS Twitter handle, and you'll be, if you win, you're going to win one of many prizes.
Yes, I believe we're going to have 9 to 10 winners this year. Depends on how the season, how many home games we can get in.
Yeah. Cooley chops one, a little Baltimore chop right back to the pitcher. Throws it over to first and pulls him off the bag. He's safe.
Nice. Who are we going to see run for him?
Well, he's definitely going to get a speed-up runner. Can Glenville run again? How's that work?
Once, Casey Swords, it looks like. Once you run for one guy, you're married to him, basically.
Gotcha. So he's married to Nails.
Yes.
All right.
Alan Glenville has to run for Nails.
See what I did there?
Yes.
Yeah. You got that? Yeah.
I did.
He's hammered to Nails. Yeah.
22, Casey.
That's a good one.
That is.
That's not a good one.
We got Hunter and Casey being run for him. We have a steal and then it looked like a hit and run, and
I was preventing
drop the ball.
I was preventing a technical error there. I believe Casey Swords is in speeding up Hunter Cooley, and he just stole second.
He did. Catcher dropped the ball as he's coming up to throw it and tried to rush a little bit, but that happens.
So now we have Swords on second in place of Hunter Cooley, and we have Peter Holden up to bat. Holden shows bunt, pulls back. And he's looking at a 1-1 count now with no outs in the bottom of the 4th inning, with the Fighting Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 2-0. Holden digs in. He has a hit earlier this game.
Only one.
Trying to go 2 for 2.
He is. He's also trying to advance the runner, it looks like, with a bunt. Oh, my. That's another hit.
Pretty bunt down the left side, and he is safe by a mile. There is no play. And I apologize for not getting the camera work in there, but that was a beaut.
That was. And just a little teachable moment right here. You got a guy at second, a runner at second, and you get the bunt side. You want that bunt to go hard at the third baseman. Third baseman, defensively, you see a ball hard hit at you, you got to leave the base. You don't have a play on him anyways. You got to come get the ball and try to throw him out at first. The guy held his ground at third, and that's a hit all day, even with our speed.
So Peter Holden is all of the offense for the Indians today. He's 2 for 2, the only 2 hits that they have, while the Indians are leading 2-0. There's a bunt by Jurgen, another pretty one. They can't do anything with it. Nobody's at first, so now we have Peter Holden at second, Ben Jurgen at first. Casey Swords, who's running for Hunter Cooley, comes in to score, and now the score's 3-0. And that's just lack of fundamental baseball there, Birdie.
Man, that was another great bunt, though. I mean, you got to give it to our bunters. They take it serious in the cages, on the field. You got to take bunting serious, and right there it just shows you. You get a base hit for putting a good bunt down. And you know what I bet they do here? Bunts. We got first and second with, is this Dylan up?
Looks like we got a little player-initiated mound visit there. No coaches coming out, but the runners come in and talk to Coach Brian Rahal over at third base. Now they retreat back to their respective bases, and Dylan Dean's coming out. He's 0 for 1, but there was an error on the shortstop, so he did reach.
But I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to see the bunt right here. And once again, this bunt needs to go down towards third base.
Again, there's no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We have runners on first and second with the Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 3-0. And there's the bunt. Oh, and it's way up. Hits the backstop. It's out of play, and that is not what you want to do there.
No, it kind
So
of
that thing goes forward,
yeah.
You're in trouble.
Kind of got quick pitch, and he didn't get the didn't show the bunt early enough. And then as the pitch is coming in, he dropped the barrel of the bat, and that forces the ball to go up.
That's the first thing you learn when you're learning how to bunt, is to keep that barrel level.
And bend with the knees. Come on, Dylan, get it down.
Oh, another pop fly. Comes over to the pitcher.
Foul.
And it goes foul. Again, I wasn't too quick on the camera work there. I apologize, but there was a foul ball there, and the count's 0-2, so do you stay with the bunt?
I mean, as a coach, hey, I'm going to give you this bunt because I believe in you, but also I'm kind of upset that you had 2 chances and you didn't get it down.
It's not like he looked at 2 good pitches and didn't get the bunt down or something. I mean, those were 2 not so hot attempts. So let's see what they do here.
Once again, he's kind of squaring around late. Get it? You're giving yourself up for the team.
They know you're bunting. Yeah, throw it down there.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if they leave it on.
Nope, they're letting him swing away.
No, another one.
There's an infield fly there. There's an easy fly ball to the shortstop. He makes the catch. Runners remain at first and second. That's the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning. Well, we were talking about a lack of fundamental baseball on the Eagles side. That was a lack of fundamental baseball on the Indians side there. You got to get the bunt down, move the runners over.
And he'll get plenty more opportunities, so I hope he keeps his head up.
Young kid getting a lot of time on varsity. It's fun to see. It's great to see, actually.
Made some great defensive plays in the field for us.
He's been virtually the starting second baseman for the last week or 2.
I don't blame him, Coach.
We've got Nails Brackett up, looking at strike 1. He's showing bunts as well.
He looked like he was looked like a fake bunt, maybe.
Maybe to get the infielders drawn in, at least the corners drawn in.
I remember yesterday we stole third because the guy ran in.
That's right.
Just showing the bunt. choked up.
Whew. Takes an inside pitch there. He's got to turn away from it. Counts 1-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and the Fighting Indians leading the Eagles 3-0.
And if you're listening at home and you know who won the game between Fort Pierce Central and Treasure Coast, can you let us know? Because it's been bugging us. We couldn't find it on Game Changer.
Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman has no chance to turn it. He throws to first, gets Brackett there, and the runners advance to second and third.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho.
So we've got 2 outs going to the bottom of the lineup here. Your left fielder, David Chinupa. Chinupa grounded into a double play to end the second inning in his first at bat, hoping for a little better result here with 2 runners in scoring position.
Yes, this is a great opportunity for Nupa to get his season going right here. If you can get this 2 RBI single right here.
Swings and misses it. First pitch of the at bat, counts 0-1.
Because we got Jurgen on second. He's got a lot of speed because he's on my track team.
That's right.
And,
we established that, yeah.
So he's a speedster for sure. So I can't imagine Coach holding him up on a hit.
You got Peter Holden over at third trying to give the pitcher fits. He's not paying attention, but he does throw a ball, so it's 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
That temperature's dropping a little bit again, huh?
Yeah, it's another 2-sweater night here, Birdie. If you were with us last night,
Curse had a
it got
sweater
cold.
vest. What was it, pink?
Bright Indian red.
Oh, I believe it was pink with little purple
I'm
flowers
going to have
on
to
it.
prove it to the viewers at home that you might be fibbing a little bit.
Not me.
Telling a tall tale.
Well,
Counts 1-2 to Chinupa with 2 outs on bottom of the 4th. We have runners on second and third here with the Indians leading 3-0. Ooh, he swings and misses strike 3, and that's going to do it. For the 4th inning, we had 1 run score with 2 stranded. And 2 hits. And the Indians lead 3-0 going into the top of the 5th. I'm going to go down there and try and fix that camera again, Birdie.
yeah, it's getting a little dark on
It
us.
is getting dark. I'm trying to help the folks at home.
Yeah, because we got a great view up here.
That's right. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, your thing's about to die battery-wise, though.
All right, this is a big shutdown inning right here. We need Cooley to go 1, 2, 3. At least keep no runs on the board. And that way we could. Are we dying over there, Curtis?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Curtis did not do a good job of charging the equipment this afternoon. We have ball 1 to who's leading off? Looks like the 7 hole.
That's right, Jordan Rowe. We apologize again for me having to run around.
We get that?
Yep. Fly ball to the right side. Holden!
Wow.
Oh!
Man,
Holden
almost.
has it for a Willie Mays style catch and just cannot hold on.
If
That would have been a phenomenal play.
man, if you can go back and rewind that.
Let's see, I'm going to try something around.
We get that?
Yep. Fly ball to the right side. Holden!
Wow.
Oh!
Man,
Holden
almost
has
catch.
That's our first time ever doing replay here, so if you heard the audio from the replay and not from us, that's because we're just inexperienced at this. It's amateur hour,
I
Birdie.
think they hear us.
Oh, no.
I played with a little bit with girls lacrosse the other day with the replay, and I think you hear live.
Well, we're going to have to go back and look.
Oh, no.
Anyhow, there's a ball hit to the left center gap. Oh, is that Caudell out there in left field? Nupa out there making the catch. Attaboy, Noop.
No, that is not.
Up for the Eagles,
I don't
number
know who
3,
that is in
Jacob
left field.
Pinberger.
Looks like a lefty.
It is.
Swords.
That's Casey Swords out in left field. We apologize.
They must have
for
made a
not knowing
switch.
What's going on out here? But they made a switch without notifying the press box. But
Or maybe
I believe
they
Casey
did.
Swords out there just made the play. And now there's a ball hit to the center fielder.
Oh, switch back.
Oh, there's too much going on up here, Birdie.
It's, once again, folks, 10-man operation, 2-man show.
Warren Lindsay.
Right, so there's 2 outs now in the top of the 5th inning. And boy, those were a quick 2 outs, huh?
They are. His pitch count is currently 53.
53, I believe it's 54,
54.
55. I want to say it's 55 pitches.
It's not too bad.
But he had 50 going into this inning, and he's already got 2 outs with 5 pitches. Make that 6 pitches. As Warren Lindsay looks at strike 1. And now he looks at strike 2.
I think he got
Boy.
away with a pitch, a little out right there, but we'll take it.
Cooley's got a shot here to make this a quick inning. Ooh, and he swings and misses strike 3. Nails gets it. Throws it over to Holden to complete the strikeout. And boy, that was fast. Holy cow. That's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. We got a fly out to left, a fly out to center, and a strikeout. So we're going into the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Fighting Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 3-0. And we're going to bring up our leadoff batter, Nick Dean, followed by David Lucci and Brendan Vasquez.
Volunteered, sponsored, or donated to the VBHS.
All right, so I like the sound of that right there. This guy's got to be getting tired on the mound. He's headed back out there. What's his name again? I'm not good with names.
Oh, this was Matt Gershkovich.
That's why, because I looked at it and I knew I wasn't good with it.
So I just got a tweet, or a text from someone that says, I don't know how to tweet.
They could, can they just type it in on the YouTube page?
Yeah, well, I think they got it on their big screen. I got a message that they got it on their TV because, you know, if you have your computer or your phone or your laptop or Google Chromecast or something of that sort, you can just shoot this onto your big screen TV at home. So it's just like you're watching, you know, Fox or ESPN.
So we're going to accept that answer is correct?
It is correct. So
We're going to give it to them?
let's do it.
All right, we got
Tom Harmony. Tom Harmony, congratulations. You are the winner. I will tweet for you. I'll figure out a way to get this in there. But the answer to our trivia question, remind the folks at home what the question was again, Bertie.
All right, and what 2013 MLB All-Star was drafted in 2003 and gave up professional baseball in 2010 to become a substitute teacher and a high school baseball coach?
And we talked a little bit about this. He was drafted, and then he didn't make the pros, so he quit. He went to teaching, then he came back from teaching and went into baseball and elevated not only to the mound but to the All-Star game in 2013. And the answer is Steve Delabar.
Delabar. I remember the story. ESPN did a little documentary. It wasn't quite a 30 for 30, but back in 2013 when he made the All-Star team, it was a big deal. It's like, I never heard of this guy. And they showed him in the classroom. But the reason he gave up baseball in 2010 is he had an elbow injury in 2009. And goes to his hometown in Kentucky. I can't remember the city. I didn't do my research that well.
Amateurs.
But develops a throwing program and rehabs himself basically and throws with the kids at practice and all that. Becomes strong and then goes back into the minor leagues.
And then through the minor leagues, he went up the ranks, unlike the first time he got drafted, right?
Yes. So in 2010, he's just worked out at the high school. And in 2011, went out for a tryout and made the Mariners minor league and worked his way. Started in single A. Then
Wow.
It's not like he started in double A, triple A.
He's not a kid. Yeah.
No, he was 28 at the time. So and in 2011 and 12, he was with Seattle Mariners. Then went to Toronto. They got traded halfway through the season in 2012 and stayed with the Blue Jays till 2015. Then in 2016, you know where he played?
Where'd he play?
Hiroshima.
Oh.
Toyo Carp.
The Carp.
Yeah,
It's my favorite Nippon League team. I think they're in the Nippon League. They are now.
They're a bunch of fish.
Yep.
So.
Go Carp.
And then
Enters.
last season with the Indians, didn't get to play a whole lot, but it was in the minors organization with them. And right now he's with the Rangers. He's fighting for. I believe he's been demoted to the minor league system, but he has a 8 1/3 inning pitched in spring training so far.
All right. How's he doing in the spring? 8 1/3, but is he giving up 20 runs?
Well, I don't know my math that well, but it's, I'd say he's giving up 5.
All right.
His ERA is 5.4.
Okay. Need somebody that knows some math to figure that out for us, Bert.
But no, he's.
Ball hits the right side. Right fielder's camped under it. He had some trouble earlier this game, but he makes that catch with no problem at all. And that's the first out in the bottom half of the 5th inning, with the Indians leading the Eagles 3-0.
Up to bat for the Indians.
That's a nice story, right?
Yeah. So talk to me, Delabar. I know because he's sitting right in front of me, but two very rare things to happen to a pitcher. Delabar's done both of them. Tell us a little bit about it, Bert.
Okay, this has been done by 84 different pitchers. Now there might be 1 or 2 that's done it twice, but
it's happened 84 times.
Well, 84 pitchers, different pitchers.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so it's what we've talked about that David Lucci had earlier this year, the immaculate inning.
That's right. We've discussed this a couple of times. An immaculate inning is when a pitcher throws 9 pitches in an inning and strikes out 3 batters on 9 pitches. So he threw an immaculate inning.
And he did that on July 20th, 2013 versus the Oakland A's. And he struck out? Coco Crisp, one of the greatest names in baseball.
That's right. You know how I love baseball names, Bertie. That's a great one.
That is. And then and on August 13th, 2012 versus the White Sox, he struck out 4 in 1 inning.
4 strikeouts in 1 inning. Not easy to do. Need a Mickey Owen-style catcher back there to do that.
You do. And only 81 pitchers have done that. You know who's a great pitcher that did that as well? Alex Cobb.
Alex Cobb's done it. Ground ball off to the left side out of play.
And it's sad, but I saw Alex on this field right here strike out 5 in 1 inning.
Really?
Yeah, he threw hard and had a nasty curve that, for a high schooler, he had a freshman catcher. And it happened a couple times to him, I believe.
5 in 1 inning. That's really hard to do. I wonder how many major leaguers have done that.
I don't think it's been done. I hope
If you know, tweet us.
We'll throw your name in the prize puzzle.
There you go.
But he actually did that in the 10th inning of a game.
Ground ball to the third baseman by Lucci there. The ball is way up, pulls the first baseman off the bag. He drops it, and Lucci's going to be safe at first. Good hustle right there by the kid.
So Steve DeLar. It's a
Delabar.
great story.
Delabar, yeah.
Great story. It's pretty neat.
So Bertie, you've got a shot. You were playing ball.
I'm not 28 now. I never got drafted either.
Yeah, but you played ball, and now you're a teacher, and I think you've got a game. You got a blueprint now.
I got
so it should be easier.
But I'm not a substitute either.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got a 15-9 career win record. That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's
242 strikeouts and a ERA slightly over 4.
Yeah, 4 ERA nowadays
It's not
the
bad.
worst in the world.
No, he throws about 95 miles an hour.
All right.
And I bet, these people know we're theme. I bet they thought we were going to say Jim Morris.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When we were talking about this question, I thought
Come
Jim
on,
Morris was
man.
going to be the answer.
We're not Disney Channel over here.
That's right.
We can do a little bit better than that for you folks.
That's right. We may be amateur hour on the cameras on the 1s and 2s, but, we know our baseball, right, Bertie?
We do. How many stitches it got?
108.
That's right.
See, we do know a baseball,
We do.
literally, the components of it. So we have Brendan Vasquez up with 1 out. He's looking at an 0-1 count right here with David Lucci on first after an error. I give the error to the third baseman there. Some might give it to the first, but either way, it's an error on somebody.
Usually one of those rules of thumb is if the guy has to come off the base
Had to
to
come
make
off
a
the bat.
catch. Then it's
They pitch out. Lucci gets back over to first. And I didn't see an umpire give a call, but I'm going to assume he's safe. Our umpires this evening, we haven't mentioned them at all, which is usually a good thing for them. Our plate umpire is Charlie Driscoll, and on the bases we have our old buddy Sean Schofield.
Sean's back again at the reservation. He must live down the street. He gets a lot of our games.
Another throw over to first, not in time to get Lucci, and he's got him frazzled over there.
He does, and that's what we want. Want to work him over there and let him, concentrate more on the runner than the hitter and try to make a mistake. You make a mistake to him, it's going to be a 5-0 game real quick.
That's right. Vasquez is a big boy that loves to hit.
Back.
Another pickoff move to first. Holy cow.
I know we talk about Lucci's offensive and his pitching ability and also his great center field. He's a fast runner. He might be the fastest kid on the team.
He's got long legs, that's for sure.
It takes about
6'5"
5 steps
frame,
and he's already a second.
Yep.
4 if he's got a slide.
He's 6'5", and it's all in legs. Might be one of the reasons why he throws so well, too. You pitch with your legs, not with your arm. I tell that to the kids all the time. Vasquez looks at a ball there to bring the count to 2-1. We've got 1 out in the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Indians leading 3-0.
Well, they won 3-0 twice last year. Wonder if they'll do it again.
I'd like to see Vasquez maybe pop in a run here.
Oh, I agree. I want more the merrier, right?
Well, he's got the count to do it. True hitters count. It's 3-1.
As we said earlier, their record's not that great coming in at 2-8, but they seem to play us tough every year, and they've been playing well of late.
Another pickoff move over to first. Lucci's in there easily.
So he's about to deliver his 78th pitch of the night.
That's a lot of pitches. It's got our FHSAA baseball pitch count policy in front of us.
We don't know how old he is, though.
We don't know how old he is, but we can give you some general guidelines here as Vasquez fouls it off to bring the count full. Let's see, if you're let's say he's 17 years old. The most pitches he can throw in a game is 105. But right now he's surpassed the 76 pitch mark. Doesn't matter how old he is. So he's got to wait 4 days to pitch again. Oh,
there we go.
Lucci's going, and he doesn't have to because that's ball 4. So yeah, regardless of his age, he has.
He won't be able to pitch until next Friday.
That's right. These kids are going on
Thursday
spring break.
they're not, actually.
Oh, that's right. Is this their spring break?
They had it last week.
Okay. All right, so I'd be curious to see what Centennial's schedule looks like next week. But
yeah, we should have looked that up, I guess.
yeah.
We can.
We got a
technology.
mound visit here. The catcher goes out, retreats, and then
we have the head coach, Jamie Saminsky, coming out there. He's a good friend of mine. I like the guy.
Jamie Sim on Twitter.
Yeah, every time I go to a Mets game, I hit him up, see if he's going, and he's usually already there, but he's a good dude, good ball coach for sure.
Does he do something with the football team too?
Does not.
No?
He's, I believe he's the dean down there.
Okay.
At Centennial. He's been at Centennial for several years now. Just a great family guy and a great all-around person.
So this might be one reason why they're keeping Gershkovich in there for so many pitches. They don't play again until next Friday.
Okay.
They play Atlantic, and it says Miller Park Fenway. Now,
that's a little.
if those are Major League Baseball stadiums, it's going to be kind of hard to play one game in both of them, and they are far away. Miller Park's in Milwaukee, and Fenway's in Boston. So, I'm curious to see what this. We plug that in the schedule. Let's see what we got here. Playing Atlantic.
So what's the address of Atlantic?
I'm trying to figure that out.
It might be a little Fenway at Bucky
Atlantic
Bear.
varsity baseball team has a game against Palm Beach Central. I don't know. We're going to have to look that up later. But nevertheless, Gershkovich has thrown an awful lot of pitches tonight. This is Hunter Cooley. Up with runners on first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Indians leading 3-0. Cooley hits it to the left side. Lucci's coming around to score. Vasquez remains on second, rifles it into third with nobody even close. And the Indians now lead 4-0.
That's a nice piece of hitting. Lucci took off on the pitch. I don't know if it was a hit and run or a straight steal, but Cooley crushed that ball.
Yeah, he did.
So, nice piece of hitting. Coach Rail's talking to somebody now. There was definitely a miscommunication down there somewhere along the line.
Well, it looks like he's talking to Holden, and maybe he's giving him the sign before.
Number 14.
I don't know.
pitcher and number 19.
Now we have Aaron Addis running for the pitcher since Casey Swords went in to play left, who ran for him earlier.
That's right. Casey Swords is in the game now, so we've got a new speed-up runner. Aaron Addis on first in place of Peter Holden. No, I'm sorry, in place of Hunter Cooley. Peter Holden's at the bat. Holden looks at ball one there. He's 2 for 2 this evening. He had a single in the first and a bunt single in the fourth. And it was one of the prettiest bunts I've ever seen, to be honest with you. He laid that thing down.
It was
great.
about 2 feet off the line. It's perfect down the third base line.
Pitch is high and fast and a ball.
I know we talked a little bit about their schedule coming up, but Indians will be in Sanford for the spring break tournament next week. They'll play Monday and Tuesday, have a Wednesday off day, and then Thursday and Friday they will play. And they'll play at a couple different fields up there. One of them, Sanford Memorial, nice historic stadium there. And our next game won't be until April 6th.
That's right. I believe we play Treasure Coast.
Treasure Coast at home. That's a big one, especially if they won again today. We're not sure still. No one's tweeted us.
Alan Glanville comes in to run for Brendan Vasquez, and that is not a speed-up runner. So how's that work, Bertie?
That is, Brendan will re-enter after the inning's over. And Alan will be done.
Yep.
Yeah, he won't be able to speed up anymore. Oh, that's
ball hit to
the
the
inexperienced
shortstop,
base
and
running.
that's what happens when you have one out in the line drive. You got to freeze. Glanville, being somewhat new, at least to the high school team, didn't freeze. He ran, and the Eagles were able to turn 2 there. So that's going to do it for the Indians in the bottom of the 5th inning. They get 1 run to extend their lead to 4-0 over the Centennial Eagles. But that's the 3rd double play turned in 5 innings tonight.
That is. That's a tough one there. The ball's, I won't say hit super well. It just must have been into the bat, and it looked well coming off. It just died on him. And Glanville just seeing a ball hit hard, just wanted to go and wanted to score.
It looked a lot harder than it actually traveled, to be honest with you. From up here, it looked like it was going to sail easily over the shortstop's head, but I think maybe he got it off the end of the bat and I think just died.
Yes, and Nick Celedonia's in the pitch. My boy right there.
All right, so Nick Celedonia, who invited Mr. Bird over here down onto the field for Teacher Appreciation Night. He's in to pitch, so that's going to do it for Hunter Cooley. The line on him is 5 innings pitched with 3 hits, no runs, and 5 strikeouts, no walks.
No walks. That's
a big one right there.
That is. Got a strikeout per inning, didn't walk anybody. And the 2 hits in the first inning were a flare over first base, and then just a chopper in between third and short, and just couldn't do nothing with it. It was fielded in the infield. It was tough. I mean, it's really like a one-hitter, you know? But that's baseball. Funny stats for sure.
The only other hit off of the night came from the 8-hole hitter, Jacob Klinberger, I apologize.
Where'd that ball go? Did that go backside?
I don't remember. Start marking those. First 2 hits were just little bloops, man.
I think we were talking. We got distracted.
Yeah. Watching a lot of stuff going on the field.
I think it was during our guest speaker as well. So.
Yep.
Are we ready to show the crowd tonight? Let's see how many fans. We got 16 watching at home. We better have a bunch here.
All right, so there's Birdie showing you the fans, getting you dizzy if you're at home. He likes to turn that camera the wrong way. There we go, Birdie. Oh, man.
Sorry.
There we go. Man, there's a lot of people in the crowd tonight. It's our first.
What? They don't travel well.
Go back the other way. Go back the other way.
Oh.
There's a lot of people in the crowd tonight. It's Friday night, filling up the reservation. And, yeah, that's good to see. All those fans there, you know. And if you can't make it out to the reservation, as you guys know because you're watching now, but you can watch every home game live on YouTube. Just search VBHS Baseball, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get an alert when we're live.
And
we're back.
Live.
We're back to the umpire's view here. We have the leadoff batter, Gabby Grulon. He's over 2 on the evening, and he chops the ball up the middle. Nick Dean gets him by, I wouldn't even say half a step, I'd say a quarter step. That's 1 pitch, 1 out for Celedonio.
Number 12, Lenny de Los Angeles.
So that's going to bring up Lenny de Los Angeles Dodgers, as I like to call him.
Yes.
And
yes.
he's over 2 tonight. He's hit 2 balls to Nick Dean. Another pitch, another hit. Ground ball to Brendan Vasquez. He throws him out by a mile.
See if I could zoom in on that scoreboard. Look at all those zeros they got.
Well,
Both sides.
can't really see it.
All right, we might want to.
Yeah, you're going to take our word for it. There's a lot of zeros up there. So Celedonio in the top of the 6th inning here is throwing 2 pitches and got 2 outs. He's 1 pitch away from a steak dinner birdie.
He is.
Oh, and he throws a ball. And no dinner for you. Sorry, buddy. But the Indians lead the Centennial Eagles 4-0. It's the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. And Sam Mcini's looking at a 1-1 count. Did they do that in high school or college for you? 3-pitch inning, get you a steak dinner, birdie?
No.
No? Not in college?
I had 5 pitches, 5 out one time in
Really?
high school, yeah. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that might be an independent ball or a minor league thing. Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure they do it in the majors. But, yeah, you throw a 3-pitch inning, you get a dinner.
Dude, you hit the bull, you get a dinner, too,
That's
like in Bull
right.
Durham.
Little Bull Durham reference there.
And, not that long ago, Vero Beach, we had a bull in right field. We had a whole
That's right.
live
The whole ag center.
Yeah.
Oh, ground balls to Dylan Dean. It gets through his legs. And Samuel Messini's going to be on board after the E4.
Yeah, we had a couple steers out there. We had pigs, chickens.
That's right. Right next to the mechanic shop,
yeah.
right? Yep.
Whole hydroponics or whatever you want to call it out there.
That's what they like to call it. That's what it was.
That's good. I'm glad I pronounced that right.
It was pretty close.
So it was a cool program, but when they redid the school, they moved the program, and then that didn't go over so hot, so I believe they just got rid of it.
Abraham Alcalia is up, your DH for the evening. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He fouls the ball off to the right side, now to play. Counts 0-1 with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 4-0.
Selly's worked quickly all year. He's had a couple 5, 6, 7 pitch innings for sure.
I got some notes here in his second relief appearance. He threw 5 pitches in 1 inning, and in his third relief appearance, he threw 3 pitches in a third of an inning. So. This is only his 4th appearance this season. In his very first relief appearance, he threw an inning, struck out 2 guys, no walks, no hits. So,
Get it.
Oh, we just missed it, but there was a foul ball over to the right side that Peter Holden was able to track down. And I apologize to the folks at home because you missed a heck of a play. What is our number? If a pitcher's 1, a catcher's 2, what's the broadcaster? Are we like 11?
We're like Z and X.
That was it. Well. If I'm Z, that was EZ. Yep. So that's a quick 3 outs to shut the Eagles down in the top of the 6th inning. They have a ground ball to Nick Dean, ground ball to Brendan Vasquez, an error by Dylan Dean to get a runner on, but then a little bloop foul out to Peter Holden, and they went around the horn that inning. They hit it to everybody.
They did. That's nice, and and as a 1 ball, it's routine play. We got to make that one, but hey.
It's nice though when you get back in the dugout. You know that it didn't cost your team anything. You go back out there with the mentality that you owe them one. And, you knock the ball around.
And our kids out there are like, hey, let it go. No worries. Forget about it, basically.
Well, he's got an opportunity to forget about it because he's on deck to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off is going to be Ben Urigan. As I said, batting second will be Dylan Dean. Batting third will be Nails Brackett. Looks like we got a new pitcher coming in here. This is Anthony Manganero.
All right, another tough name to pronounce it. Almost said pronunciate.
Pitching for the Eagles now is number 16, Anthony Manganero. And up to bat for the Indians is number 2, Ben Urigan.
I believe Anthony has a brother that's also on the team, Nick Manganero. He wears number 13. Supposed to be Manganero's first pitch of the night.
Ooh.
Throws a strike that looks like it's about a foot off the plate to Ben Urigan.
Caught the inside of that batter's box over there.
I think a lefty there would have been hit the kneecap, but nevertheless, it's an 0-1 count to Jurgen, and he gets a call of 6 inches on the inside of the plate now. And instead of a 17-inch plate, he's dealing with a 30-inch plate.
Good luck.
Yeah, have fun with that, Ben Jurgen, on that 0-2 count. Manganero comes in and gets 2 beautiful gifts there. And he looks at a pitch that was probably closer to the plate than the first pitch.
That was the best of the 3 right
and
there.
That's ball 1. So I hate to call you out on YouTube Live there, Charlie Driscoll, but I'm not so sure what happened in between innings. But
it happens. We all make mistakes.
Yep, we all make mistakes. So let's see if we can correct them here. The 4th pitch from Manganero comes in. Jurgen, it's a fly ball to the left side. Third baseman's camped under it. Shortstop's under it. And third baseman makes the catch.
Up next, number 8, Dylan Dean.
It's going to bring up Dylan Dean, who, as we discussed before, made that error that didn't really cost the Indians anything. But I think he's coming in with a mentality of, hey, I got to get a base knock here to make up for that.
Yeah, he wants to try to expand the lead. This might hopefully is our last at bat. 5-0 lead is a lot better than a 4-0 lead.
That's right. So Dylan Dean looks at a pitch in the dirt there for ball 1. Wow, that's a pretty breaking ball by Manganero there for strike 1. And Dean's looking at a 1-1 count. Another breaking pitch that was just a beaut. Dean swings and misses. Counts 1-2 with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning with the Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 4-0. Manganero steps back. Just going to take a little breather there. Wants to get back in and focus on this 1-2 pitch. Ooh. Dean swings and misses. Ooh, and he's thrown out by half a step to complete the strikeout. And that's 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Up next, catcher number 1, James Brackett.
It's only the 3rd strikeout of the evening against the Indians. The first from Manganero.
Yeah, they jumped on the board early again with that crooked number, which is great, but then haven't only matched it since. It's I would have thought we'd have got more runs tonight, but
we'll see what happens. We might. As Gage, quote unquote, nails Brackett, takes a look at ball 1. Got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Indians leading the Eagles 4-0. Wow, that breaking ball is working.
That's tough to hit there. That was a big breaker, right?
Nail swings and misses. Counts 1-1 with 2 outs. Now we're starting to see that breaking ball come out of the hand, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
Takes a look at that one. It's 2-1.
Definitely want to expect it from him.
Fastball low and away. Now Brackett's got that 3-1 hitters count.
Not sitting breaking ball here though. It's breaking ball I take. So. I'm sitting fastball down the middle.
The ball's in the dirt. Give Brackett his 2nd free pass of the night.
We'll see a speed up. I'm just not sure who we see. We got anybody left on the bench?
I don't know. Gladys already ran for Cooley, so he's out. Lanville ran for the last time he ran for Vasquez.
We got Matt Vaughn.
All right. Is that who that is?
Maybe not.
Running for the catcher is number 8.
Ethan Wood. He's a sophomore, plays a little bit of JV, dresses out for varsity once in a while, and he's making a, big lead right there.
Ethan Wood's making his home varsity debut this season, and he's got a big lead over at first.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't have a quick pickoff.
Got Casey Swords here. I believe this is his first at bat of the evening. Wood takes another big lead over towards second. Catcher throws back. Catcher throws back over, and he's safe pretty easily. But he was about a third of the way down the line.
Well, if he gets that big lead again, let's switch to it.
All right, guys, we're gonna give you this pan wide-angle view that we get from the press box here. Just look at what Wood's doing.
It's not the biggest lead he's had of the night.
Nope. Breaking ball gets away from Manganero there, and
So
counts 2-1. We're gonna keep it on this wide view.
We talk about it. Maybe the coaches got on him a little bit, shorten up, because the second we talk about it, he stays.
He yells down there and says, "Hey, you better calm down."
Yeah, he's just got a normal lead now.
We'll see what it does here, and we'll go back to our other view.
Oh,
As you can see, he gets back safe again.
with these.
We're gonna go back to our umpire view. So Swords is looking at a 3-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, with the Indians leading 4-0. It's a chance for Swords to jump on one, Birdie.
It is. It is. It definitely is.
That's gonna be ball 4. That's the second walk consecutively this inning.
Back to the top of the order with number 24, shortstop Nick Dean.
So we've got Nails, well, not Nails, we've got Ethan Wood at second in place of Nails' bracket. We've got Casey Swords at first. That's gonna bring up the leadoff batter, Nick Dean. Dean's 0 for 1 today, but he's got 2 walks. He looks at strike 1 there. I'm not sure at what point that got over the plate, but my man Charlie Driscoll thought it was a strike, so it's 0-1.
I'm not swinging at that. Almost hit my swinger. Completely miss it.
Dean grounds it to the shortstop. Shortstop pitches it over to second, and wow, barely gets Swords to end the inning. That was a close play.
It was. It was a little close for Coach Szymanski's liking, I believe.
Yeah, I think he probably says, "There's 2 outs, kid. Throw it across."
Or get it there a lot quicker.
Right. You're a little leisurely on that.
I don't mind the short throw, but I don't like the delayed short throw. So. All right, well, this is it, my friend.
Well, maybe. Let's hope. It's the top of the 7th inning. It's going to bring you Austin Brendlinger, Alejandro Gomez, and Jordan Rowe.
If the Indians can pull this off, that'd be 3 straight shutouts against Centennial.
Yeah, when's the last time? I wonder when's the last time the Indians shut out Centennial 3 times in a row. Looks like we got a sausage race going on down here. Oh, like the presidents do with Nationals.
Even my favorite thing ever was Randall Simon when he hit that
Right, with the ball with the bat.
Yeah. Got suspended like 4 games for that, but
well, I wish we knew that was happening. We would have definitely got it to you guys. Maybe next time we get a little heads up from the coaching staff from somebody.
Well, they run down there every time that we take the field, but they usually don't race back. Which
well, they did tonight.
I like it.
Don't pull a hammy.
Gotta stay loose, gotta stay warm, because you just never know when it's your turn to go in the game.
Next man up. So Celedonio's coming back out to try and close this thing out. We have the Indians leading the Centennial Eagles 4-0, top of the 7th inning. Celedonio will be pitching to Austin Brendlinger, who's over 2 on the night with 2 Ks.
So threw 9 pitches in that first inning.
That was a very efficient inning.
It could have been less if we didn't have the air.
Yeah, it was going to be, what, 5 or 6 pitch inning, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, ball hit right back to Celedonio. Picks it up, pitches it right over. He's got 4 outs on 10 pitches, folks.
That was number 45, Austin Brendlinger.
Should be
Next
5.
was 31, Alejandro.
Should be, but
But
it's not. Hey, we got 1 out at the top of the 7th inning.
We'll take that.
Number 16, Anthony Manganero.
All
Sorry, the pitcher is up to bat. Wow.
Anthony Manganero is was the sub for Alejandro Gomez, and he'll be hitting here. He's got an 0-1 count to start off. Swings and misses, and that's strike 2. And again, Celedonio making quick work here.
Very quick work.
I noticed in the warm-up, Celedonio throws a baseball almost like a football a little bit. It's kind of got a little like sinking action there.
Gage. Nails.
Nails tries to show up Charlie Driscoll there, and Charlie Driscoll shows up Nails. That looked like that was probably strike 3. Gage goes to throw it across, and it was ball 1. There's a little chopper to the right side, and the ball goes foul.
But I like how Gage tried to ask for an appeal when the like the guy didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
But, trying to sell a little bit more, man.
Yeah, that was tough. But and that ground ball there, that's a tough one. You know, Holden's playing back. I understand he is, and I understand why. But if he's playing about 5 feet shorter, I think he's able to field that in fair territory. We'd have 2 outs. But in a game like this, you play your infield back, you know, guard those lines, make sure you don't get any doubles or anything like that. Sully throws one in the dirt there, and we have count 2-2 to not Gomez. I have Gomez on my sheet, but it's Manganero. Two pitch comes in, ground ball to Nick Dean. He's going to field it. He's got to get rid of it quick. Gets it across, and he's got him by 2 steps.
Thought that was going to be a closer playoff.
So did I. Dean, like I was just explaining, we had the infield back there. Dean had to run a mile to get to the ball. But after running up there, fielding it, and throwing it over to first, he was still able to get Manganero by a couple of steps. And that's going to bring up Jordan Rowe, the catcher for the Eagles. Takes a look at ball 1.
On the plate versus a foot off of it.
Rowe flies it over to right field. Looks like right fielder's under it. That's going to be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's the ball game.
All right.
The Centennial Eagles scored 0 runs and had 3 hits.
That's it. That was a nice win. I did find out that Treasure Coast beat Central 8-4.
All right, so they're 2-0 in the district now, huh?
They're 3-0. We go to 2-1, and we'll be seeing them in 2 weeks. Even at top of the standings.
That's right. It's going to be a big game for us. That April 6th home game against Treasure Coast.
That is. So we'll be live. We'll be live. So if you're in the Orlando area, maybe you are.
They'll play at 9.
Go to the tournament this weekend in Sanford. Play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and we'll post you the times. We'll see if we can get a player of the game up here. Who are we going with, Curtis?
Well,
I
think there's only one guy that we can go with here. I mean, while the Indians did pretty well offensively, they scored 4 runs. They jumped up early. You know, a couple of runs in the first inning, but you know, Peter Holden did really well. He had 2 hits, but I think our player of the game tonight is going to be our starting pitcher, who threw 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts, and that's going to be Hunter Cooley.
Hopefully we can get him up here tonight.
Well, we'll see. We had a little blunder last night. Brendan Vasquez was our player of the game last night, and I don't think he got the message to come up, but we're going to do our best to try and get the message to Hunter Cooley for him to come up so we can do a little in-person interview possibly.
I'm going to switch cameras on?
Yeah, well, for now. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I was just going to rig something up so we weren't staring at the
butt of the guy that's raking the batter's boxes.
Well, just at the...
Oh, you're giving people a headache here.
Well,
there we go.
All right. Now. We got Cooley coming.
Good. We're going to see if we can get Hunter Cooley up here, and we're going to ask him a few questions about his 5 innings.
Wow,
there he is. Holy cow! Man.
Congratulations.
Would you run up those steps, man? Yeah, a little competition?
He said, Coach Chris said he could get upstairs in 10 seconds. He didn't have to do polls tomorrow at practice.
There you go. Well, you got to do polls anyway. You pitched, you got to run polls.
A little closer,
right? Yeah, get closer. We have low value equipment over here. You got to get really close. So let's take a look at your stat line tonight. I'm not really concerned with the hitting, but what a pitching performance you had tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Felt good. First inning was a little shaky. Got a few infield base knocks, and then after that, all 3 pitches were working, and I just really started grooving.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it feel to redeem yourself? I know Saturday was a little rough, but
that's the best feeling in baseball.
Yeah, to come back and shove in a must, I don't call it a must win, but a big district game. Treasure Coast won earlier. I don't know if you guys are aware, but you know, so we didn't want to fall another game behind them, so we had to come get them tonight. We did. We talked about how quickly you got the first two guys out, and then you get a flare of a Pete's play. It was like you couldn't throw a ball more perfect than that, right on the line for a double. And then
that ground ball was shortstop there.
Like,
Dean couldn't do
here
anything
we go,
with.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But then we strike out the next guy.
That's right.
And then
and that was the third out. Yeah, there was 2 outs at that point.
And then cruise from there, and got a little RBI knock there. Was that a hit and run?
Yeah.
Hit and run and line drive to left, and nice piece of hitting. And so how you guys? Do you know what game is starting next week? Or are they not letting you guys know, or it's top secret we can't know? And
No, I think I only threw 52. I don't know.
50.
We've got it. 58.
All right,
58 pitches.
So legally you could throw. Where's our sheet at? We got the sheet. Legally you're good to go, my friend.
All right, yeah, you can throw 2 days rest.
All right, so yeah,
good to go, dude.
More leaning towards it. I'm probably gonna start Tuesday.
Tuesday, and
But,
that's a good hitting team.
Yeah, there's a possibility though. Monday's a close game. I go
It's a
and
must
relieve.
win.
Yeah,
So
just gotta win.
we talked a little bit about tournament, but Monday, Tuesday are pool play, and they're must wins if you want to be in a championship consideration.
Yeah, so Lucy's gonna start Monday, and then if it's a close game, I'm gonna have to go in and then start later in the week.
Okay, so I know we got Monday, we got Dunedin.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday,
It's a team from Virginia.
the team from Virginia, that's pretty solid. So
Wish it was Flint Hill again.
yeah, we'd be okay
was fun.
there. That was fun with them, but so we're glad you came out and redeemed yourself. Which teacher did you pick today?
Miss Fallon. She's my second and fifth grade teacher.
Second and
Oh,
fifth
wow.
grade teacher. So a lot of people choose high school. I like Hunter Cooler because he reaches out and goes and gets somebody from a blast from the past, we'll call it, and is able to, so you just call her, or you just know?
Oh yeah. Just,
Okay, he's like, hey, what are you doing Friday before spring break?
I want to take you out on a date. Come watch me
Right,
pitch.
That's right. And then
Watch
you
me throw the
shove
rock.
for her.
Yeah.
So we're very glad you redeemed yourself, and
Yeah, it was a heck of a game. Yeah, 3 hits, 2 of them were, garbage hits. I mean, you could have easily come out of that, throwing maybe 45, 50 pitches and, maybe even going that 6th inning. But I think it was a smart move by Coach Ray Hall. And probably, I'm sure that you weren't thrilled about not pitching that 6th inning, but I
understand.
Yeah, exactly.
you're a tough guy to take the ball away from, for sure. That's I don't want to say you get cussed out of it, but you might get some dirty looks because Cooley's not going to cuss at a coach ever, but you'll get that dirty look like, this is my game, I want to finish it. But you understand the future too, and it's not Caledonia lights out too.
Yeah, he threw a very efficient 2 innings tonight. As a matter of fact, what was it, 8 pitches and 9 pitches, something like that in the 6th inning? Yeah, he could have been out of it with 5. Yeah, so.
And so how are we gonna do in the tournament? How do you feel? The boys ready for it?
Yeah, gonna have to hit.
Gonna have to hit. You're gonna see some good arms over there. There's a lot of quality of teams.
I'm sure we'll be fine on the mound. Score a few runs. As always, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we're good. So
Yes, we'll get through next week. Yeah, next week with the spring tournament. We'll come back. We'll play Treasure Coast here on April 6th. If you're not able to make it out to the reservation, you can watch, as always, on YouTube Live. We have every home Indians game ready and available for you. And just real quick, while you're still here, what are your plans after high school?
I'm a good FAU.
FAU, go Owls.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah, all right, right on.
How are they doing this year?
I don't know how they're doing right now, but so far they're 16-5.
Well, that's not bad at all.
And they got a big conference home series this weekend against Southern Miss. So,
Okay.
So, yeah. Wish I should have looked it up and gave you an update, but I'm sure they're doing fine. They got a good Friday night starter for sure. So, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Parents?
Parents, you always gotta.
Well, they're here, man.
Parents are
Somebody
here.
might be watching. We got a whole 16 people still staying
Yeah,
with us.
usually
and
it's
way
like-
after the game. Yeah. They
it's
must have
down
wanted to hear
10,
from you.
Everyone listening to be here on April 6th. That's a big one.
April 6th. We
That's
want to
a big
fill
one.
the stadium.
Yeah.
We don't want 0 watchers because we want 1,000 people here.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But you could watch while you're here. You can just pull your phone out and watch.
That is true. So awesome. Well, thanks again. A nice workout
Thank you.
there, and go get them in Sanford
Yeah,
next
thanks
week.
a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. Yep. All right, so that's going to do it from here at the reservation. Final score, Vero Beach Fighting Indians 4 and the St. Lucie West Centennial Eagles 0. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Click the subscribe so you get an alert when on April 6th we're here back at the reservation against Treasure Coast. Thank you, everybody.